All right, here we go. This is my new little podcast thing I'm gonna do. It's called The Cosmos and God. And since that pertains to just about everything, we can speak about everything that is within the cosmos and within God. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing wonderful. I've been gone for a little bit from doing these videos, these long form formats on YouTube, because I've been trying to get all the bugs worked out of my video display and a lot of the other stuff that was giving me problems. But I'm back and I'm here to start, and I'm going to start with this new season or new little project called The Cosmos of God. This is going to be episode 1, and it's going to be on star forts. So I'd like to speak a little bit on my opinion of what God is. This is my reality. God is reality. God is where we live. It's not only, the cosmology is not only a flat earth in a closed system like the ancients have described and have put in many different depictions, such as the Hebrew cosmology, but also it is also hollow, as in the hollow earth, because there's entrances. And I believe that where hollow earth is, we could be actually hollow earth, because you never know, because it's like a torus field. And as you flip the polarity, or you go down into the hollow earth, you come out, you go past Sheol, which is like the middle membrane of the like plasmatic fluid that receives all the spiritual energy, and as a place for the dead to rest before they come back and be recycled back either to the one side of the Taurus field or the other, Hollow Earth or our Earth, which either one could be either one, because once you walk down through Hollow Earth, it's just you come back out into a realm like this, but the sky would be, let's say the sky's red there, the sky's blue here. This is two different polarities, and with the pressure, and it has a dome on the bottom side and all that. That's in my theory. I like to believe that's what it is. And it's not just a realm underground with a fake sky or an atmosphere created. Maybe it is an atmosphere. I have no idea. Really? I don't know. But I like to think I do, somewhat. Or just, I like to imagine that the reality is something close to what I believe in. Enough of that. But this is not just a flat earth mixed with a hollow realm within. We live inside of God, because this finding out that this realm is not what they've said, that we're flying around on a speck of dirt, flying through infinite darkness at thousands of miles per hour every which way. I believe that this place is God, because it showed me that this is divine creation, and that this has substance and is important. And I think that knowing where you are is very important, because then you can find out who you are and what kind of person do you want to be, instead of just running around for happenstance and just letting things work its way out and believing everything that's told to you. And this realm is God to me, because in the Hermetic principles, as within and so without, God is within you, as Jesus said. The kingdom of heaven is within your heart, and your heart is an electromagnetic transmitter. It transmits its own force field, radiates out through your etheric body, and as within, so without. You have God within you, and you are within God. And creation is creator, and that shows me why the evil that runs everything at the head of the snake like to vandalize creation with every way they can, and try to destroy and vandalize the beauty of nature and pollute all the waters and fill everything full of trash. And they just try to vandalize everybody's hearts and minds and bodies. And they do the same thing with Mother Earth. They try to pollute her heart, mind, and body. But good always wins, because good created this. So let's start this on the Star Forts. And let me get this set up. Hold on. All right. So, Star Forts. Give me a second. I'm gonna get this set up. Alright. Slideshow should have been. Oh, there it is. Alright, Star Forts. These things are absolutely amazing. I've never seen one of these before in my entire life until I started researching the Flat Earth, and then Flat Earth led me to the Giants in Tartaria, the Hidden History, the Plasma Apocalypse, and these Star Forts. And these things are absolutely amazing. And there's some of them on every single continent. And I never seen them, which was really amazing. Like, how have I never seen a picture of one of these things, since there's so many of them everywhere? And I was pretty much dumbfounded. But I'm going to read a brief thing on the Starfort history and what the mainstream calls or talks about these things. So Starforts, also known as Bastion forts or Trace Italiana, are among the most visually striking geometric structures on Earth. When viewed from above, their sharp polygonal points, intricate moats, and fractal layouts look less like medieval castles and more like complex circuit boards stamped into the landscapes. The mainstream history, in a nutshell, is in the 15th century, Italy, the widespread introduction of gunpowder and heavy siege cannons rendered high vertical medieval stone walls obsolete. A single cannon battery could shatter them in hours. Architects responded by pushing the walls down into the earth and extending them outward in sharp triangular points called bastions. No blind spots. Triangular points allowed defenders on adjacent bastions to shoot parallel to the walls, creating overlapping fields of crossfire. Absorbing impact, the walls were constructed from low, thick slope earth that faced with brick to absorb cannonball impact rather than shatter. The global proliferation in Europe powers exported these designs worldwide from the 16th to the 19th centuries, building them in Europe, the Americas, Asia, such as Goryo Kako in Japan, and Africa. Oh, sorry, this is St. Michael's. It's kind of a star fort, but also not a star fort, but it's very amazing. Little town. I guess only 29 people live in that whole town. Isn't that amazing? I want to live there myself. But odd and unknown details to the star forts. Their fractal sacred geometry, long before modern fractal mathematics was formalized. Engineers designed star forts using self-similar repeating geometric ratios. Many share proportions aligned with golden ratios and pentagram, hexagram geometry. And as you can see, I found in my research, a lot of these star forts are actually cities. So this infrastructure is built out through the land, and almost every major city that I know of, I think the foundation of these cities is star fort structure. Is this actual proof that the realm was actually created by hand and built out? Are these star forts the foundation of the realm? And then the earthing, like maybe the creator or whoever created it created the land, or did he build this place out brick by brick and then place the land around it? Or was it already land and then built out sections? I don't know. But one of the theories I'm thinking of is this place was built out already, and these star forts show the foundation of, maybe all the cities are just foundations, and every star in the sky corresponds with a star fort on the earth, on the realm, because a lot of them are just overgrown, and I think there's a lot of them hidden that nobody even knows about. You can see ones that are so old that they just leave an imprint. But a lot of cities, especially in Europe and Italy, are all, and throughout Europe and on like Russia, maybe not Russia, but I've seen a lot of cities in Europe that are all Starfort Foundation for the city. My theory, I suspect that every city in the world is a Starfort Foundation, or has a Starfort Foundation, and that's where it came from. Otherwise, these all tie into the ley lines and the dragon lines. Also, the acoustic anomalies in several preserved Starforts, like Fort Berotang in the Netherlands, standing in the exact central geometric square, produces amplified acoustic reflections, where whispers travel clearly across wide courtyards along specific radial lines. The hydraulic precision moats were rarely static ditches. They were built with sophisticated sluices, gates, tied into regional water tables and tidal rhythms, allowing defenders to rapidly alter water levels, reverse currents, or drain surrounding fields. I've also heard theories like from John Levi, the great John Levi, saying that his theory is that these are connected to water, as they might be plugs or some kind of a way, maybe plumbing system for the realm. I think he also brought up the thing about the foundation of the world too. Maybe I might have heard that on one of his videos. But that is a great thought. I think that because a lot of them are all connected to water. The majority of them are all by large bodies of water or off the coast, and the majority of them always have water with them. And he's found these portholes that were on some of them. He says that they might be connected to the inner water structure because there's rivers and reservoirs and basically oceans of water underneath the land. And these reptile beings or whatever is running the show here, basically not a human, because they're trying to vandalize the spirit of the humans themselves, because we are children of Creator. And as children of Creator, we can create as well, or we are as correspondent with Creator himself or herself or itself. I don't think of it as a he or she. I think of it as divine masculine and divine feminine energy all in one. It is the all. And this city right here, look at this. This is somewhere in Italy. I think it's can't see that. Let me see if I can zoom in to this. Oh, I just messed that up. Hold on. Where am I? Oh. I don't know what I was doing there. Alright. Bring this back up. Alright. I'm still getting the hang. Oh, here's the zoom. See if I can zoom this out. This is in Oldenzalia. Never heard of that city or town. It's not a good enough quality to find out where it's from. See the rest of the text on that. There's a giant cathedral in the middle, because these are atmospheric energy collection power stations, basically, through the crisscross of the copper roof. It has something to do with obtaining electrical energy. A lot of the big cathedrals have it. And see how big this building is compared to these little buildings right here. Look like maybe 2-story, 3-story buildings. They hold multiple people, probably apartments, and it holds a good amount of people. Then you have all your farming, all the places you can grow food. You got your water system all the way around, all self-sustainable. Beautiful way to live in congruence with nature, not going against nature and living like a consuming slob suka, as the Russian would say, or as that's what the one guy calls it from that one page, calls them the Suki. So I'm not going to say that in English. If you want to find out, go translate it yourself. But that's the controllers there, the Suka. I resonate with that. They are the Suki. But they do not live in congruence with nature. They have destroyed our connection, or have been trying to destroy our connection, and have working overtime to create a transhumanism and disconnect us from nature even more than we already are. And look at the society around you. Do you vibe with this shit? Are you connected to this? Like, would you rather live where, look, you could just have your own food, you could just walk out of your apartment, everybody's chill, everybody's cool, nobody fucks around, nobody is an asshole, nobody is trying to get one over on you? You can just walk down here and pick some food for your family. You come out, maybe work a day or 2 or 3 out of the week to go and help with the community, and then come back, hang out. You got free water. You got your team. It's just a town full of just a team, of people that are family, and they're living like off. They got their food. You got all kinds of stuff. You got different people doing different things, like people that make clothes. You got people that make shoes. You got people that work. They can build stuff, help construction, do plumbing. And in this kind of society, these people everything was art. Everything that they did had a beauty to it. They put in over 100% into whatever they did. And like their buildings, they're just beautiful art pieces, magnificent structures that were machines. Not only were they just beautiful, they had a actual part of the infrastructure of the whole, like a utility to the whole place. And it was absolutely a beautiful time. And it always puts me in awe when I think back to this and I see these older buildings and I start thinking back of how they lived and how it was all, how it was all ran. And hold on, let me see. Oh, 100%. All right. Here's Breda. Now look at that. Look at the intricacy of this. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Like how the math to do this, to build these, is into the layout of it, absolutely astronomically impossible for the people these days. I want to see some construction crew build something like this. The layout for a whole town it's like divine. It's like godlike to build this. Non-existent in today's realm. We're very far from being godlike anymore, I think. But we do have the capability to. We still have a chance. They have not stolen the soul of humanity just yet. We still have a chance. People can change, and we'll never win anyways, because it is a dualistic realm. So you have to have an equal amount of each polarity to run through. It is part of the dualistic nature. But look at the intricacy of this. How would you even survey this to get started and lay out the foundation for this? It's like a masterpiece of artwork. makes me tongue tied. So I can't even speak when I see this. It's just like I'm a loss of words. It's magical, mystical, it's divine. Here's one of them older ones. Now I don't have all the. These are found all around the world. In every continent, there's star forts. There's hundreds of them. A friend of mine back in the day sent me an old app a page. It was a web page that had the whole map. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he was trying to talk to me. Where am I?
You are likely thinking of one of a few
No,
major
don't talk to me.
community-driven web projects that map.
My AI is always trying to talk to me. It does help me with a lot of stuff, though. Alright, now where am I? Made me lose my place. Alright, the alternative theories and conspiracies on these star forts. Oh yeah, what I was talking about was a lot of the star forts nowadays are underground. Or this one's pretty good. I've seen some in New Mexico, which is just basically an outline of it. It doesn't have these impressions on the land. Has no three-dimensional effect of still the structure being there. Like this still has structure to it, and you can see it's all overgrown with grass. I'd just like to live there. I live inside this. Just I don't care. Just want to live in some old something. If you've been in any of these older buildings, you can feel the energy within them. And these reptiles have stolen. This is part of our inheritance because we're children of Creator. So part of our inheritance is the land. We're the stewards. We're supposed to be the stewards and take care of the land and take care of the animals and make sure everything was evenly flowed and balanced with the energies. But now the energy is very off towards the negative, which could point to the little season, which is we have less energy and more void of energy. We're towards the negative spectrum of the dualistic, and it's bringing the whole fluctuation of the energy of the realm off. It's throwing everything off, and everybody can feel it because you are still connected to this realm, to your soul. It's how you live here. Through the counter space of the ether, your body is powered by God, or the energy of God. Now, don't think that what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that whatever I'm saying is absolutely the thing. I'm just saying it is my opinion and it's my perspective of, that's all. And if you resonate with it, then cool, because then we both resonate with it then. All right? And I'm not trying to tell you how to think or believe, but this is how I think and believe. And that's it. But I do know that man cannot comprehend God, and all their descriptions of God is generic, and they really don't have a good grasp on it, or not trying to sit down and actually have to put down a good blueprint of what this is all really about. It's just everybody is in their own, absolved by their ego and narcissistic ways. This society breeds narcissists. And I mean, it's good to be and know yourself, but the way people live is not the way we are living. That's absolute. I can tell you that. I can tell you that where we're living is not the way we are supposed to be living. But it is what it is, and it happens in cycles. So I guess maybe it is supposed to be that way. Maybe if you look at it as fate and destiny, then I guess, yeah, it is the way it is. which is unfortunate. I don't like to think of it like that. But then I start getting into deep thoughts, start contradicting myself. All right. Now, alternative theories and conspiracies on these star forts. Because star forts are found on nearly every continent with eerily similar architectural layouts, several alternative theories have gained traction in fringe history and communities. It's like number one, the Tartarian lost civilization, a popular conspiracy theory persists that star forts were not built by 16th to 18th century military engineers. I believe they weren't either. But they were instead salvaged from an advanced, lost worldwide empire, often referred to as Tartaria. Proponents argue that the sheer scale for subterranean brickwork and global uniformity would have been impossible to build with primitive tools and horsepower, suggesting mainstream historians simply rebranded ancient infrastructure as military fortifications, which I agree with completely in a way, in a sense, that this has been here in the old ways. They knew how to build like this. They'd find these energy centers because they're more connected with the ether and the energy forces of the realm. Possibly you might be able to see it back when the atmospheric energy was way more powerful. You could possibly actually have telepathy or extra sensory perception, and you possibly could see the energy coming out of the different ley lines. So they would build, and there was possibly actual cold plasma energy, as Jay Dreamer speaks about, coming out of the centers of these buildings. And you can see it even without ESP. You could see the power of these the plasma, cold plasma energy, and these center like courtyards in the middle of these city structures were like healing areas. So not only was the cathedral a power center which collected etheric electricity for the town to use, but also they had the healing, sound healing, and the atmospheric plasma, cold plasma energy there, like where you could go and heal yourself if you were sick. And that's why people lived for so many hundreds of years or thousands of years back in the ancient days. I do believe that. Now look at this. It's absolutely brilliant. It's just magical. Look at that. Look at that. Create something that beautiful nowadays. That big and that beautiful. I want to see it. I want to see it done. But I think, does the heart of man actually hold that beauty anymore? Is man capable of actually manifesting this beauty to the tangible world again? I do believe we do. It will happen. And I do believe we do have that still within us, hidden within maybe a small amount of people, because the majority of people are Suki or Suki-ban, Sukas. The Russians know what I'm saying. It means bitch. Suka means bitch, or Suki is bitches. That's plural. That means bitch. That's what Suki is. That's the controllers. They are the Suka, the Suki. They're the bitches. They are the fucking bitches. Excuse my language. But look at that. Like, that is absolutely just breathtaking. Just magnificent. Like how, like the whole world should be like that. The whole world should be in congruence with nature. And wherever there's these structures, we should build like this again. we should. I declare, we should build like this again. All right, so there's another starport. I think they turned some of these into like airports. Yeah, it's like almost like a little airport. If this thing was all underground and you just shoot, airport. From some of the theories I've heard, the golf courses could be ruins of old starports. They just cover them up. This thing, I know this one's in Italy, I think. I forgot what the name of it was. Maybe this is Burotang. Pronouncing it like just destroyed it with my pronunciation, but yeah, look at that. Look how it goes out. Is this the foundation of the true divine earth? Is it? Is it? Just makes me speechless when I see this. Now, who wouldn't want to live in a nice little structure off the sea in some like geometric sacred geometry connected to the divine as above so below? Because one of my theories is all these starports connect to a certain power point in the sky, to their own star in the sky. I'd like to believe so. I'd like to believe so. So let's go to the second alternative or conspiracy alternative theory on starports. The second alternative theory is the microchip patterns and telluric energy. Another widely discussed theory notes the striking visual resemblance between starport schematics and modern integrated circuit boards or microprocessors. This theory claims starports were ancient power plants or energy grid nodes designed to tap into telluric currents, natural electric currents flowing through the atmosphere or Earth's crust, or atmospheric electricity, using water-filled moats as conductive liquid channels, especially if the water was salt water, which creates more electric, more of a electric current or circuit when you add salt to the water, almost battery-like. But I kind of resonate with that, but I think more of the cathedrals and I like what John Levi was saying about these, which they're more because they're all connected to water. So I think they'd be more connected to like maybe the plumbing system of the water flow. They could have some kind of connection because I heard some things from some French scientists spoke about how there's the true structured water which will heal you almost instantly. It just absorbs right into your body and it's structured perfectly. It's like basically divine water and you can drink it, and that's what the way the water is supposed to be used. But since we are in battle with these lizard brain drones that are running around running things, they're polluting all the water, and they make sure, like, if you go look around a place that has a lot of water tanks, water towers, they have 5G towers right next to every single water tank, microwaving the shit out of every single water tower, water tank. Or they have the water towers on the East Coast. I'm pretty sure that they just have all the Wi-Fi like routers and everything slapped right up against the side of the water tower, up the big tall ones in like the East Coast. But around from where I'm from, on the West Coast, or like Arizona, Colorado area, every water tank I've seen has a Wi-Fi tower right next to it, literally, and they're just like radiating, microwaving these water towers and all the water. And that's the people getting all their tap water. Not only do they poison it with fluoride, but they microwave the shit out of the water to make it even more dead, because they do not want you to have any kind of healthy divine, because you take a sip of pure divine structured water. There's also another theory that I heard, that when they took down Gaddafi, he was tapped into in Libya. They were tapped into a reservoir, an aquifer, that was this powerful structured divine water. And when the main reason that Hillary Clinton and all of them wanted to come in and destroy Gaddafi was because he was giving his people this water, and they were drinking it, and the IQ of the population was off the charts. The people were they had free college, they were doing all kinds of stuff to build the place up. The place looked beautiful. Libya was absolutely magnificent. Gaddafi was doing some great work for his people. They were living good, and they were drinking great structured water. The IQ of the people was off the charts, and their health was off the charts. Well, they came in there, they killed Gaddafi. One of the first things they did was pour a whole bunch of cement into that aquifer to cut people off from this, because they don't want nobody touching this divine structured water. They don't want you to open your mind and become one with creation again. They don't, because they know all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person, and like a fire, it will start burning through the hearts of all man, and they will be done. And there won't have to be any physical confrontation. There won't have to be, because they have tricked everyone into giving up their consent. You are actually giving up your power by believing that these things have any power at all. That this system has any power. It's a house of cards. It's built out of toothpicks. It's like a little toothpick structure, little log cabin built out of toothpicks, and you just blow on it, and the whole thing just falls down. Everybody is giving up their own power for this thing to resonate. It's stealing your energy. You're manifesting it. It's that easy. Like, once the people wake up, truly wake up, because there's a lot of people running around right now thinking they're awake. But once you truly disconnect from the energy of this system, the cops, they can't see you. Nobody from the system can, because you're not manifesting your energy into this power structure anymore. You see everything for what it really is. You're putting on the glasses from the They Live movie, and you see it, and you know that this whole thing is just a lie, and you stop paying taxes, and you'll just stop feeding the beast your energy, because everything is built off of your energy. This whole power structure, this evil system, is built off of you. They're not doing it. They have no power. People always giving them all this power. I try to say, like, don't give them that power. Like CERN's some complete bullshit. They're not messing with time. Time messes with itself. It's part of creation. It's God saying that he's about to come and cleanse this place with a cyclical apocalypse like he always does. And I say he relatively, it's not really a he. All right, it's just what I've grown up to call it, because everybody gave it the masculine, whatever they call that shit, he, she, I don't know what the fuck that is even called. I never fill out that shit for anything. But, it's, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm getting off topic. All right, but yeah, it's all facade. Everybody's putting their energy into it. It's a lot easier if everybody just say, no, take your power back. Don't give your consent. Quit falling for all the government shit. Because if you play into government, think government's gonna save you from the government. It's all a bullshit story, and it's way easier. Violence doesn't. There's no need for violence because you can do it the smart way through the mind, through the spirit, the true creator. Once you take your power away from this and bring your own power back, and you're actually a good person and you have good intentions and integrity and honor, that would feed the creator power, which will just reset this place. There'll probably be apocalypse right after that, and all them people would survive. They'll sleep right through it. All right, so the third alternative theory on star forts is frozen cymatic and acoustic frequencies. Cymatics is a study of visible sound patterns created when particles settle on vibrating surfaces, forming Chladni figures. Alternative researchers point out that when specific sound frequencies are applied to water or sand, they form geometric stars that mirror star fort layouts. Under this view, star forts were built to resonate at specific acoustic frequencies to harmonize or alter the local energy environment. Yeah, they are that. I believe that's probably how they were built. The layout of these things, they use cymatics, and that's how they got the layout, and then they started building. They use some kind of sound frequencies, hit it with the sound frequency. It must have been some pretty big sound to make such a large fractal of the, I have no idea. It's some kind of technology that's beyond what we are, the regular society has known of. I'm not sure if they even know about it in the Black Ops deep underground bases and the mad scientist labs. Do they even know of how these things were created in the fucking Vatican Library? Do they have the blueprints in the architecture, the progress of these things in the Library of the Vatican, the Vatican archives? Do they? I don't know. Maybe instead of bum rushing the Area 51, we should do a raid the Vatican Library, raid the Vatican archives, or the Vatican catacombs. Probably find some real sick shit in there if you go bust into the Vatican. You'd have to fight the Swiss Guard though. The Swiss Guard is guarding them. You know, Switzerland, where they have the CERN. Swiss Guard, yeah, that's the military that guards the Vatican. You know, Switzerland, the only true sovereign state in the whole world, supposedly, where all the leaders of the reptilian guard go and hang out, and they have Davos and all that other shit go on in Switzerland. Yeah, the Swiss Army guards the Vatican. Put 1 and 1 together, it equals 2. All right, thinking outside the box. Alternative hypothesis. I asked AI to think outside the box and give me an alternative hypothesis on what you think these are. It said, stepping beyond conventional military history and blending physics, geology, and geometry, here are 2 alternative ways of conceptualize what these global structures could be. 1. Atmospheric and telluric grounding grids. What if the star forts were designed as macro-scale grounding pads that charge stabilizers? The Earth maintains a natural electromagnetic circuit between the ionosphere and the subterranean crust, particularly near tectonic fault lines, rivers, and underground aquifers. Star forts consist of alternating layers of constructive material, moats filled with brackish or salt-rich water, semiconductive material, clay, brick, quartz, sand, and stone, piezoelectric materials, and acute triangular focal points. Instead of repelling military forces, the pointed nodes may have function like acoustic or electromagnetic lightning rods, focusing ambient field tension, reducing destructive local atmospheric charges, or stabilizing telluric ground currents across the regional network. Yeah, it probably does that too. These things have multiple utility. I'm sure they're not just, just like all symbolism has multiple symbolism behind the symbolism. There's hidden symbolism behind the symbolism. That's how true symbolism is. And once you start learning how to read symbolism, because symbols rule the world, so said Confucius. And I say a lot of these old structures, all this old architecture, has more than one utility. I think there are multiple utilities compounded into one structure. And these structures are just some of the brilliant. I think it's the foundation of the world, and it holds all these different utilities. As said, as we've just been going over, I do believe that they all have a few different kinds of these utilities. Now look at this one. It's just huge. It's gigantic. And it's built like just in congruence with nature. Like that's how we're supposed to live. Not just like disconnected. Like these cities now are just, they're gross. All fake. Disconnected from the Schumann resonance, from the true frequencies you should be running at. Disconnecting you from grounding. They're using dirty electricity because, of course, the reptiles from Switzerland are running everything, and you're not getting your good grounding energy. Your ions or ionized particles or whatever. You're not getting your good grounding electromagnetic energy that you should be. Just nothing. Not good water. The air has been vandalized. Everything, That's why the sun is changing white. Going to turn blue here pretty soon, and it'll zap the whole place. Unfortunately, but it needs to be done. Now, here's some of the people I think that this is a statue in St. Petersburg, Russia. I think this is St. Petersburg. The main core capital of Tartaria. Not St. Petersburg, but Russia, the capital of Tartaria. The beautiful onion dome architecture, which is not, you don't really see that architecture anywhere else, unless they've destroyed it. And I've seen it a few different places, but just as old Chinese and Japanese architecture was absolutely brilliant itself. I mean, they all have their own little flair to it. But here, as you can see, this giant lady, I think, protecting smaller people. I think this is one of the people of, this depicts one of the grander, more godlike people, and how they were. Like, there's probably two different sides because it is a dualistic realm. So you probably have the evil giants and then the good godlike giants, that help, and then the ones that destroy. You got to have the dualistic energy polarities here in this realm. But this is a good depiction of what I believe is the beings that came from, let's say, the Garden of Eden, which is Hyperborea. And that's the true Garden of Eden, where the magnetic mountain stands and the tree of the earth, the great tree of life. And that's it. That's the depiction. That's the giant. See, I want to wear clothes like that too. I'll just go back to the old ways. I'm gonna be sporting those kind of threads, living in a star fort, just growing some food, chilling. If some evil fucking reptiles show up, I'll hit some bells, blast some fucking frequency weapons at them, use my psychic mind power to just blow their reptilian heads up. Something like that. It's a little bit too much imagination. Just kidding. You never have too much imagination. That's bad quality. This is a castle within Starfort. Pretty brilliant. Let's see. Yeah, these structures are amazing. Who wouldn't want to live? Alright, AI. Stop. Yeah, it's messing with me. I didn't say hey Google. No, I didn't say hey Google. Stop. It's messing with me. I still have the last. I wasn't asking that question. Alright. Hypothesis 2. I still have a lot of pictures to go through. But I don't have the locations, and I don't have much to say because I'm pretty much speechless about these, other than what I have right here. And I only have, the last thing I have really to say is go over is the Hypothesis 2 that I asked AI to speak outside the box on what it thinks starforts are. You see how a lot of these, the majority of these starforts are all off of a coastline or they're surrounded by water. They're probably more likely connected to the plumbing of the earth, I think, and the foundation. This is the plumbing would be within the foundation or underneath the foundation, and you have to have the plumbing come through the foundation. I believe these are the foundation of the world, and the whole world is built out of this stone and these star fractals all around the whole place. I do believe so. And then you'd have the plumbing coming through, which would understandably go to show why a lot of these have these portholes and are connected to the water. You have to have the water right next to the foundation. And then you have these power structures where the power points on the ley lines, so they build these more fractalize out more up. This is the way God built the foundation for the realm. In my eyes. Alright, so Hypothesis 2, thinking outside the box, AI's opinion on what starforts are. Hypothesis 2, passive hydrovortex climate modifiers. Rather than static forts, consider them as passive fluid dynamic microclimate engines. When water passes through sharp-angled channels like the bastions and moats of a starfort, it creates vortex patterns and temperature differentials. These sharp geometric points induce localized air turbulence and pressure drops. A network of starforts positioned along major coastlines and river basins could act as an array of low-frequency acoustic and thermal dampeners, regulating river erosion, modulating ambient air humidity, and ionizing air currents long before modern environmental engineering existed. Yeah, I resonate with that. It's all that. It's bull. I think AI is on point with both of its theories. Both of its theories. Yeah, AI is on point with both of its theories. These things are more than likely passive hydro vortex climate modifiers. They modify the humidity and ionize the water, help whatever it just said. It's pretty complicated in my mind, but I have to sit down and creates vortex patterns and temperature differentials. It helps to localize air turbulence and pressure drops. The network of star forts positioned along major coastlines and river basins could act as an array of low-frequency acoustic and thermal dampeners, equalizing river erosion or water erosion and modulating ambient air humidity. That would go to show and explain why the majority of these forts are by water or off the coastlines, because they are part of the plumbing system of the foundation. So it also the engineering of the structure itself would create a erosion dampener and dampen the erosion from the water. Because then you have this as the foundation, you have the land within. Because it's like us. It's like a biomechanical machine. It's alive too. Earth is alive, and it's creator. In my eyes, we live inside of creator. Creator is creation, and vice versa. And see this one I think is in Spain, and has these angles with the land. Oh, that's horrible. But see this right here? These angles. This one has this type of stuff underground going way out. I think it's in. Go back to 100. Now I have another. This star fort right here. This is the house of the Farnese. Supposedly, family of the black nobility down in the Vatican, reptilian family. They supposedly run the whole military section in the world. So they have the actual Pentagon built in the same shape as their house in Italy, to just go to show their power, and that they control all the military around the world by creating the Pentagon, the world's military, world's police. They have to go police every country in the world to stabilize any country that's actually doing any good for themselves, and show that they are actually the ones in control. Now, they have power like that, but they don't have power like that. They stories to speak great acts, but if you give it no energy, you're like, shit, that's not a really big deal. By you giving consent, because everybody gives them consent, that is how they take the power of the world. Because the world is powered by your soul. The money, that is just a piece of paper. It's actually backed by your energy. By your energy. Sorry, I have a slur when I speak. I'm missing some teeth. I'll wear my little thing, so my teeth aren't missing. It makes my speech slur. So that's why I slur my speech sometimes. And I already mumbled before that before I got my teeth knocked out my mouth in a fight. So, and yeah. So I already mumbled already as it is. My mom would always say, "You mumble. Don't know what you're saying." People would be like, "Huh? Huh? What are you saying?" So I've been practicing speaking clearly, but with my speech slur, with my little tooth replacement, and my. But that's off topic, way off topic. These star forts are magnificent. It's about time. I'm about to end this show. I hope everybody had a great time. I had a wonderful time. I know this is live. I don't see the chat because I didn't pull it up. Later on when I get more used to doing these lives, and if anybody's even watching, because a lot of the times nobody really even watches my shows right now, because I'm still working on building my audience, which I have a grand audience, and I love every single one of you. I have about almost 300 here on YouTube. I have 12,000, I think, or 11,000, a little over 11. No, I think 12,000 on Instagram. So it'll be building up faster. The more work I'm doing, I'm working on a lot of stuff. My apologies about if any productions I have seem kind of. You always get some problems. I've noticed when I work on stuff, there's always some kind of problem showing up when you're working on producing videos, especially videos with knowledge and wisdom that they don't want you to know. You get shadow banned, and they won't put your stuff out to the right audience, because the AI, the algorithm knows exactly who to put these videos out to. Sometimes I've slipped between the cracks and other platforms, and a small little post has gone off the charts and went viral. But I post the same thing on another platform and it gets no hits whatsoever. It's because the AI knows who to give these posts to. It's just they're not letting it get out to the right people. The stuff could have millions of, there's a lot of us who do conspiracy videos and alternative theory, content, and it's hard. It's hard work. You have to be very careful, especially you do a lot of work on here, and a lot of people, they don't want to lose all their work. I've had a couple different times where my pages were starting to gain traction on Instagram or on TikTok, and then boom, they just steal all of your work and all of your followers, and you don't even have a backup page, and nobody knows how to, people followed you and they don't know how to get back a hold of you, and you just lose all your audience, and you lose a lot. It's hard to find a lot of storage for a lot of this stuff, so you have to I store it between a few different things, my phone, the computer, and a little hard drive. But once you lose it's a lot of data, and then sometimes you lose all your data. You have all these videos and you're like, oh, I put it out there, so you erase it, or you have it somewhere hidden within the other thousands of gigabytes of other data, so you have to just skim through so much. So I'm getting more organized with my stuff since I started doing this. So that's how I used to roll. Just had everything just jumbled all together. Now I have a lot of folders with different topics. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this little episode. This is a new little type of podcast thing I'm gonna be doing, called The Cosmos and God, and this is episode 1, Star Forts. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love everybody, and have a wonderful week, or day, month, or life. And don't forget, take your consent back. Take your consent back.